and here it is, Heroes Ascension, my solo co-op narrative tabletop role-playing game. This is a game that you don't need a GM. It's a GM-less game, meaning that you can play it alone or with your friends. The idea here is basically to roll some dice, check the results, and build your own story. The story of a hero, or a group of heroes if you play with your friends. There are rookie heroes. They do not have any recognition in the heroes pantheon, but they are willing to be recognized as legendary heroes. So, for this, you should try to fulfill some missions in order to achieve this goal. And this is basically the game. The game is based in the Inferno rule set from Campfire Studios, and they are very simple. There are basically 3 rules in this game. The Oracle rule is when you want to have some kind of simple answer for a question, like a yes or no answer. So you basically get your dice, roll it, and see the result in the table. So in this case, I roll a yes. Of course, if I think that a yes has a higher chance, I can just add +1 to my dice result. Otherwise, I can just reduce 1 from the dice result if I think that the answer is no. The second rule is the action theme rule, where I just roll 2d6s and cross the results in these tables here. One for the action, another one for the theme. So in this example, 4 and 3, the action would be search, and the theme would be 32 artifact, search artifact. So very simple, I just get these results and I need to try to fit them into the scene that I am playing. The third rule is the action task rule. For these cases here, when I try to do something that is risky, I roll 3 dice and then I need to check them individually in this table here. So in this case, it was a terrible roll. I rolled twice the number 1, meaning that I have 2 complications or negative consequences in this action that I'm doing. And the number 3 means that I have a neutral result or a omen, meaning that I am seeing something that's going to happen soon. In another example, I could roll it and have better results finally, and in the 6 I have something incredible happening in the scene. In a 5 I have a success on what I'm trying to achieve, and again with a 2 it's a neutral result or a omen. But sometimes the tasks or the actions that we are performing, they are way more complicated, and for these cases we can set a challenge level, meaning that if I see that something should be at least a moderated action, I would need to have from 2 to 3 successes. So let's say that I'm trying to maybe overcome some kind of challenge related to a trap or a complex security system. So I just roll 3 dice and I could say that the challenge level is 3. So in this case, I have already 2 successes here. I can narrate them. I also have a complication, and then it means that I need still to keep in the scene, trying to fix to deal with this security system. So I would need to roll them again, and when I do it, as you see in this example, I don't have the 3rd success. So something is happening here. 3 neutral events, 3 neutral results or omen in the scene, and I would need to try again until finally I have my 3rd successes. So every die and every roll brings a lot to the scene that you're playing, and combine it with the action and theme rule, you can have amazing results and you can get a lot of unexpected situations happening in your game. There are also fate points, basically a resource that you can spend to have a better result when you roll something. It's a limited resource. You only start this with 3 fate points, and you need to spend them wisely. The character has 3 resistances: the body, the mind, and the bones, and they reflect basically your physical status, your mental status, and your social or emotional status. So every time that you roll a 1, for instance, you need to bring the complication to the scene, but it also affects your hero, and you need to reduce one of these 3 resistances that you have. Every resistance starts with 3 points. So in case of a fight, for instance, you could say that you were shot or you were hit by the enemy, and then you just remove 1 point of your body resistance. And as I stated at the beginning of this video, the goal in the end is to be recognized as a legendary hero. And for that, we need to measure it. And we measure by checking our reputation. You start at reputation level 1, and your goal is to achieve reputation level 6. And you gain reputation as you complete successfully your missions, and they can impact your sessions also. Every adventure, every mission, when you interact with an NPC, you can check your reputation to see if you are recognized. So let's say that I'm trying to prevent some kind of crime to happen, but then a police officer sees me in the scene and he points his gun and says, "Hold on, put your hands in the air. Who are you?" And let's say that I have now reputation level 2, for instance. I would need to roll my die, and if I roll a 1, it means that he recognizes me. Only if I roll less than my reputation, not equal, only less, I am recognized. So as a hero with reputation level 1, I wouldn't be recognized in this scene. So I would have some issues probably with the police. I would need to handle this situation first before trying to prevent a crime. I would bring this to the scene, and I would also, in this example, maybe I would try to convince him that I'm trying to do this, prevent a crime. So I would roll my 3 dice again as an action in this example now, and I had a wonderful result. So basically it's this reputation also brings some narrative to your game scene. But what about hero creation? Is it complicated? Actually, it's not. It's very simple. We just need to roll a d6 on each one of these tables, and that's it. Of course, to help us, I have created a character sheet here, and I'm going to create a hero right now with you just to have a look on the results that we could have. Let's see. For origin, I will roll a 5, meaning that I am an alien. I could be an alien. I could interpret this as my character being an alien, or I could simply say that I have an alien something. Maybe it's I have a alien artifact or whatever. Although I have artifact here, I could interpret alien as anything. I could even try to roll in my action and theme roll to have more ideas about what alien means as far as my hero is concerned. But let's move on and check what is my power. And my power is transformation. Again, it's open. I can understand this whatever I want. I can say that I can transform myself into a variety of animals, or I could say that I'm more like Hulk, that I transform myself in a monster, something like it. And as I have alien and transformation, I could see myself maybe as Venom. and I transform into this creature because I have a symbiotic relationship with an alien life form. So again, it's open. We have also the skill, and the skill is something that you're good at even without your superpowers. And in this case, it is investigation. So maybe before I met this alien symbiotic life form, I was a detective. I do not know. It's up to me as a player to create or to understand whatever I want from these results. And the weakness, as every hero carries a burden, my case is a relationship. Again, open. Do I have a family that I need to protect? And I have maybe a complicated relationship with the alien life form. Or maybe it is something else. Yeah, 4 results. Let's try to see. I like the alien symbiotic relationship here, so it might be the case that I have this trouble, and I can state here with more details what I understand from each one of these results. But let's say that I was a detective and I found an alien symbiotic life form and it somehow connected to me. We do not have a good relationship actually, so sometimes when I want to use my powers, or even if I don't want to use my powers, the alien takes the control of my character and transform myself onto, I do not know, a creature, a horrible creature, although I am a hero. So it is basically a Venom Hulk example here, since Hulk cannot control himself also. Yeah, but I like, and I would keep it like this. Once we have the character created, we go to our mission. So I start, as I said, at the reputation level 1. I have 3 fate points, and now I need to create my first mission. Depending on your reputation level, you have a separate table. So for reputation from 1 to 2, you are at the beginning of your journey. So the missions are simpler, and they are basically small cases and very simple situations. And as I gain more reputation, I am able to go to more challenging missions. So I have tables for reputations level 3 and 4, and also 5 and 6. So let's just roll something here, and I will take some notes in this piece of paper, and let's see what could be my first mission. And for that I will roll 3 dice and just arrange them like this. So my mission is: a civilian asks for personal help, and the action is recover an imported object, and the threat is a local gang. I could use the action theme tables to bring more flavor to this, but for me it's really clear. Something was stolen, and this person needs to get this back, and in order to get this back, I need to face the local gang. There is a suggestion here on how you could structure your game, your session. So the scene 1 is the problem introduction. And in the problem introduction, I could say that the guy approaches me, or I hear something maybe, and I talk to the person, and I can have some kind of questions here like, do you know where the gang is? Do you know who robbed you? And I can ask the oracle, do you know who robbed you? And the answer is extreme no. The item was here and now it's not. As I am an investigator, I could use this to start my adventure. Let's see, do I find clues? So maybe I am the scene and I'm trying to find any kind of clue to try to understand or to identify who could have robbed it. So let's see, and I rolled in this case 2 extreme successes and 1 complication to the scene. So I can try to understand, okay, I see like a symbol maybe from drawn in a piece of paper or something like this. So I recognize a symbol. So I am pretty sure that this is the local gang, and I can roll the local gang after this interpretation. And yeah, so I know it's a local gang. Another great thing here is that I know where they are, because I do not know. I can just elaborate it into more detail. But I do have a complication here in the scene. Something bad happens. And if I do not have any idea, for instance, for the complication, I can just roll here and let's see what is the complication that's happening in the scene. A 6 and a 6, observe. And the theme 3-3 is gang. Okay, as soon as my character sees and understands that this is the local gang job, he sees in the other side of the street one of the gang members looking at him, meaning that this local gang member probably will try to tell them. So the complication now in the scene is actually that I need to pursue this guy. So I could see now this as a scene 2, and as a scene 2 we have actions and we have challenges, and in this case I will understand this exactly like that, meaning that our hero try to get the gang member before he tells the other gang members that I'm in the case. So let me roll now the dice as I'm pursuing him, and I have an extreme success. So in this case I would say I was able to get him, and I have now 2 things here. One thing could be the guy is trying to hit me, but I was able to evade it successfully. This is just something neutral, just to bring some flavor to the scene. And for this result, maybe I could just roll another action theme to understand. And 5-1 is cause, and 3 and 1 is portal. And cause portal, maybe this guy has something that shows where their hidden base is or where they are located. So basically that. So I had a success. I was able to get him, and I can describe this in further details. If you want to have like a very deep development of the story, eventually you would achieve the conclusion. And the conclusion is basically I want to finish the game. So let's say that I'm already in the gang base, I am fighting the guys, and now there is this big bad boss that I need to fight. Now I can ask, does this guy has superpower? And extremely yes, this guy has superpowers. I can now use the hero creation table to create my supervillain. Let's say, what is his superpower? 6, physical. So I imagine that he's kind of a really strong guy. He has I can try to roll the origin just to understand, and he's a mutant. So is he let's see a skill for him. Combat. Okay, it's clear. So he's a strong mutant and he has combat skills, meaning that's not going to be a very easy battle for the hero in this case. So I could say that he is a major challenge, meaning that I would need to have 4 successes to beat him. So let's describe that maybe this huge mutant just runs into my direction and try to punch me. And I am there, of course, trying to fight him also. So we roll the dice and we see, okay, as a 1, I could say that this is the result that always affect my character. And as we are in a physical combat, I would just mark 1 in my body, meaning that I took some damage. And I can describe this like I feel the punch and I am thrown into the wall. But as I have a 6 here and also a 4, this is an extreme success and this is a success. I am able to transform myself into this alien monstrosity, and then I punch him back, and I am stronger than him, and I can, and he feels the power, he feels the punch. And as I also had this success, I can just combine them and understand as one big attack, or I could say that I attacked him, and with these other success, maybe the other gang members that were around, they just ran away. So, but I still have two challenges level to be reduced, so I would need to continue with this action. And I rolled again, I have again a success, but I also have a complication. So I can describe the complication whatever I want. I could say that I was affected again, that maybe he hit me once again, meaning that I would lose 1 point in my body. But I could also use, for instance, the weakness that I have, that it's relationship. Maybe the alien is trying to take full control of myself, like, I can handle this fight, please go away. And then I have a bond issue here. It's also a social conflict. So I have now this conflict between my hero and the alien life form, and we have also the villain there. But I have something neutral happening, and I can try to roll here to get some inspiration, for instance. So 5 and 6 challenge, and 6 illusion, challenge illusion. How do I see this? Maybe while I'm having this conflict between myself and the alien life form, the villain, the super villain, is confused. He looks at me like, what are you doing? We are having a fight here. See? But I still need to have one extra success. So I would say, and I hope, that this is my last roll, and actually it is, because I have 2 successes. So maybe I stop arguing with the alien, and both the alien and me will look at the villain and say, shut up, and we punch the villain, and the villain just falls on the floor. That's it. I have succeeded in my first mission, and I would increase my reputation now from 1 to 2. Great. This is just a small example of how this game is played. I had a lot of good sessions with this game. I also included here a gameplay example, and then you see everything from character creation, the character sheet. There is also some description for one session with all scenes, and we also have in the end of the book, or zine, I do not know how to call it, some optional resources or optional rules. So there is the thread clock that you can use in your game. There is the hero evolution. So in this case, I am now reputation level 2, meaning that I could roll a die and see, okay, I get an additional mind point. For instance, instead of having just 3, now I would have like 4 of these. And I can just bring these also to the narrative. How do I get these extra mind point? But there is also this NPC conversation. If you like to have a conversation with an NPC, but you do not know how or what he says, you do have the action theme roll, but you can also roll here in these tables if you want to create some kind of city locations. For our example, I was fighting with the super boss, but where was I? I could say I was in a residential area, and there is a feature or landmark there that is a towering structure. So in a residential area, I would say that there was this old tower for some reason. And how was this old tower? Busy and crowded. So maybe there were several people there, maybe even the media, recording everything, I do not know. It's up to the context of the scene. And if I have a hidden element or secret, I could say, as I wrote here, a hidden lair or secret base. Yeah, in this tower there was this secret base that used to belong to this gang. This is my game, Heroes Ascension. It's available on itch.io, and that's it for today. Thank you. Bye bye.